Okay, guys, so I don't think I can work in the environment I'm in any longer because I told you I did first grade, I did kindergarten, they're not good. And then I'm doing second grade and third and it's not going well either. In third grade, the students completely have their own teacher and the teacher doesn't really ask me to assist her with anything at all. And then in second grade, it's just getting very overwhelming for me. And that's why on Thursday of last week, I believe, last Thursday, I screamed at a child and like made all the other students really scared of me. And I did not like that. I just cried in my mom's car for a long time, just talking about it and thinking about it. And I remember before that, I would just get home from work and start crying. And it's just not been good. It's been hard for me to sleep. It's just not been a good environment for me at all by any means. And I want to stay there, but I know this environment is pushing me to become angrier and meaner. And I can't let that happen again because they pushed me last week. But then I just got 3 days off. Basically, because it was a teacher's planning day, and then the other 2 days was a safety training day. And I was like, okay, I'm doing good. I got 3 days off. And then I come back into work, and this thing just like hits me where the kids are being upsetted by their teachers and the teachers aren't even structuring the classes right, and it's just going back to that place where like my heart's beating faster and I'm feeling like confused and angry and I can't do anything about it. I can't talk to anyone. No one's going to change anything. Like, it's really hard on me. And other staff, they take it weller than I do. They take it better than I do. But for me, it's just like these kids I work with, they're literally like 6, 7, 8, 9 so far. And I mainly work with like second grade and third. So, like, 9, 7. And it's just sad for me waking up and like going to the school. And I really, really want to stay for the fact that it's familiar, for the fact that it's familiar, and I'm a familiar face, but I don't like the teachers. Like today, we have a school store, and I'm thinking this is great, they're encouraging the kids to do better. But the store has just been turned into a school bad place because the kids want to buy things at the store and they don't even have the points to do it. And then they're just like, yeah, I have to be here and watch other kids get things that I can't have. And I don't like that because technically, if I have a lot of points, aka monies, I can get something from my friend who has less points, but we're not really encouraging kids to share either. And then this one girl had points to buy something, and the teacher kicked her out of the store. And she's like, "You're too slow." And this girl is a first grader. She has to be like 6, 7. And then she gets kicked out of a store and she wanted to buy a pack of Skittles. And she was just like, huh, should I use my money on this? Should I use it on that? And of course, you're going to think what to use your money on because it's a store and we're using a point system called dojo points. And let's say you have 100 dojo points, you take away 50, you buy some Skittles. Like, that's some pricey Skittles, really. But anyway, the girl wanted to get it, and then the teacher kicked her out the store, and it's like, no. And I can't tell the teacher, hey, don't do that. And the girl just sat on the floor and cried. She couldn't even stand in line. And then another girl got her gifts and she was so happy. She's like, I got a ring, I got a push pop, I'm so happy. And then you have this girl on the floor who's like, I'm not even allowed to go in the store. I can't even take my time and look for what I want. And seeing that makes me angry. Seeing that makes me uncomfortable. It makes me sad. And there's nothing I can do but get some fucking tissues and try to wipe her eyes. And now, at this time, if I had tissues, I would be all out of them. And also, somehow, I lost my tissues. I'll have to find them again. But anyway, it's just harmful for my mental health seeing stuff like that. And then I go to my class, that's the second grade class, that's kind of bad, but not really. It's mainly just the teacher tries to do things that the students, they just will never agree with. And I kind of understand what the students like, but I'm not the teacher, so why would I relay anything that I know when I know the teacher is the teacher and it's her class and she want to be the boss? Like, I'm not going to give recommendations because I don't have recommendations. I have a step-by-step plan of this is what you need to do, and there's no discussion. So anyway, the students, they tried to do this thing where they write nice letters, and this was in the morning. She tried to give them a nice letter packet, which isn't a packet, it's just a piece of square paper with different names on them. She assigned it to the students, and she's like, guys, let's practice writing something nice about the kids that you don't like. And the students were just like, ill, ill, I don't like this person. No, I am not doing this. And the teacher is like, don't let anyone know the names you got. And the students just, they didn't even get to writing sentences. Most of them, like maybe 4, tried to write something down, and then the rest just didn't do it at all. And it was a major failure. And all I can say is just don't make the kids like each other. Yes, they're in a class together, but like, hey, maybe some of them do need to be separate. And that's what would work for this class, because then I come to the class again, and my student, well, one of my students is trying to fight someone. Not necessarily fight, but start. Well, yeah, one boy was fighting the boy that's sitting next to him. And then there was a girl who is directly in front of a kid who she is known to mess with. Like, she will try to kick him, she will try to mess up his hair, she will try to steal markers from on top of the desk. And to me, I'm just like, okay, how about we stop putting markers on top of the desk? She will try to like roll on this bouncy ball that's in the classroom, and I'm just like, why is this ball here anyway? Because someone should at least be sitting on it, and this girl just want to roll on it all day and not move. She never does her work, never pays attention, and it's getting to the point where she just screams and cries when you tell her, hey, don't hit someone. Hey, you can't play right now. We have to do iReady on a computer. Like, she gets really upset. And I don't like upsetting kids because I just feel like it's not that important. Like, my job is not to make sure you open up your computer. Because if it was, I would, like, open it up for you, sit you down in a chair, and hold your head straight till you, like, stare at the computer. But I can't do that, you know? Like, I cannot force a child to take a marker out of her hand, you know? Like, I can't force a child to sit down in their seat unless I'm screaming at them. And I'm not going to scream at a kid because, again, that can be abuse. You know, that can be harmful. Like, that could cause the child to just freeze up and not even do what I want them to do anyway. And I don't know what it's like to be a teacher. I don't know what they're allowed to do. I don't know what they're not allowed to do. But I know that this just isn't right, and it's been going on for way too long. I'm not doing anything in my job description, and I have a job interview tomorrow, and I'm just like, I think I have to go to it because even though I want to be around these students, they are not bringing out the best in me. And that's not fair to them. that I'm coming to class angry and scared because I don't like the teacher I'm working with, and I don't like the principal, and I don't like how the staff members treat other students. And I already hated like the first grade teachers, I hated the kindergarten teachers, and I'm just not finding a teacher that I'm good at working with. And it's just weird because, like I said, I don't feel like I should be dealing with these bad behaviors. And that's all I can call them because it's not worth it. Like, why am I the one who has to make sure the kid is sitting in a chair and I can't put any hands on them and just say, hey, sit down in the chair? All I can do is say, you need to sit down in a chair, and then change my tone of voice and be like, you need to sit down in your chair. Like that's all I can do. And it's just like, even if I do that, they won't listen. Or if they listen, they'll be crying and they'll be upset. And then they'll just do what I say, but they won't be paying attention in class. And it's like, so I want them to do what I say and be sad and withdrawn, or not do what I say and then be going crazy, talking and being loud. Like, it's just either way, they're not paying attention in class. And it's like, what's the point? Because I don't want some kid crying in a corner in front of my students. Like that doesn't look right. That doesn't make a good environment to be in. And it's just getting me riled up because I'm just like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be in a place like this. And I don't like that I want to leave, but it's like, you guys are not treating me well.